What's going on? Grind style progressions today for the legs. We got 6 levels of how to train your legs with real raw muscle building intensity with minimalist approaches to equipment with the grind style methods. So the first level of the squat chain progressions is the simple deep body weight squat, using support or not using support. In this example here, you can see I'm using a TRX. The whole point of the first step here is to build the mobility and the stability in the lower body. This is something that is sorely lacking in our fitness culture these days because we're all sitting so much. We're using machines and stuff to work our legs, so we're not getting into a deep, low squat that uses full mobility of all of the joints. Level 2, split squats. So this is taking that same idea. Now we're going with more weight onto a single leg. This is increasing your stability to a large degree, putting more weight onto your front leg. And basically, instead of squatting straight down with your weight 50-50, squat onto your front leg. So that way your front leg's doing most of the work. The back leg is just there for basic support. It's not really doing a whole lot of the load for the actual weighted exercise. Level 3, we have the suspended Bulgarian split squat. This is where we're using the grind straps or any sort of other suspended device where the back leg is free to move back and forth. And this gives you the ability to put as much of your weight as possible onto your front leg. So it's basically a rear leg assisted front leg squat. Getting down nice and low, letting the knee track over the toes. And remember, my cue for successful squatting is basically think of like trying to get your butt close to the ankle of the squatting foot. Doing that while keeping your heel on the floor will basically give you picture perfect squatting technique every single time. Level 4 is the shrimp squat. Now we're using the shrimp squat here because it puts a lot of weight on the front leg, but it also uses a little bit of upper body support in the grind style method. And the point here again is because we're trying to reduce the technical demand of these exercises while increasing the muscular strength demand on the working muscles. So when you have a little bit of an assistance with your front leg, what you can do is effectively push your weight back just a little bit, which makes the squatting leg work a lot harder than if you're trying to lean forward. And again, bring your back knee down either to the side of the foot or just behind it, gently touch the floor, and then stand back up by driving force into your heel. Level 5, now we're going into the jumbo shrimp squat. And the jumbo shrimp squat is simply done on an elevated platform, so that way you're no longer limited by the floor with your back knee. So your knee can go deeper and lower, increasing the range of motion at all 3 joints in the squatting leg, also increasing the resistance of the squatting leg, because the lower you go, the harder it is. All the while trying to maintain an upright posture as much as you can and using your arm for stability, but with light touch. You don't want to feel like you're pulling yourself up too much with your supporting arm. It's just there more for stability and balance support. And then finally, level 6 is the weighted jumbo shrimp squat. Now, of course, we can't hold our foot behind us because it's going to be holding weight, although you could get around this if you're wearing something like a weight vest, which would be ideal, but I don't have one. So here's how you do it otherwise. Otherwise, the leg is trailing behind you. It does not touch the floor or prevent it from touching the floor if you can. Get your heel and your hips to come as close together as possible, and then drive straight down and stand back up. Again, using the front hand as a little bit of stability and support. Little weight goes a long way, and again, I don't recommend having the weight way out in front of you because that makes the exercise easier. Keep it real close to your chest, and that's going to add even more resistance to this difficult exercise. So there you go, 6 levels of progression in the grind style calisthenics for your squat chain. Check out the other 2 videos, push and pull chain here for tries, buys, chest, and back. And also, if you like these videos and you want to learn more about grind style calisthenics, you can check out the workout playlist, subscribe here, and ring the notification bell because I got a lot more of these videos coming out in the next week or 2. And as always, questions are welcome down below in the RDP community as well. Talk to you next time. Till then, be fit, live free.